everyone, Mael here, body relationship coach, empowerment coach, and self-love ambassador. Today's video is about self-esteem versus entitlement. But first, let's talk about the difference between a right versus a privilege. So I'm going from the philosophy that every living creature deserves whatever they need in order to thrive as a living creature. That's it. That's pretty much what a right is. In a nutshell, it's whatever you need to thrive as a living creature. So love, water, food. Technically, I guess you could say bacon is a right. Whereas a privilege is a little bit more. It's like that extra little oomph that you have. So you have rights, which is what you need in order to survive and thrive as a living creature. And then you have privileges, which kind of give you a little bit of an upper hand. I guess if you've ever played Mario Kart, it's like when you hit the little box and then you get a shell and the shell lets you hit someone and then you can go for, and then you're winning or you're invisible, or there's like different things that give you the extra hand in winning that race. That's a privilege. Video game analogies, we need more of them. A lot of times those privileges are due to the race that we belong to, gender, subculture of some kind. And so moving on to what self-esteem means, let's go off from the base that esteem means to care for, to like, to have affection for. So having self-esteem would mean caring enough for yourself and having enough affection for yourself to make sure that you are getting the rights that you deserve. This is your responsibility. Whereas entitled is acting like we deserve the privileges that we have. Sure, we deserve everything we get. You know, in essence, there's karma and all the good stuff that you can get. You're always deserving of it. That being said, it's an initial right to get something like food or shelter, and then it's a privilege to have a very nice shelter and very good food. And then this is where one of my favorite things come in, gratitude. Gratitude is a very important factor in the difference between acting entitled and like you're worth what you deserve. A good example of the differences between the two is if we study hard for a test, we have the right to an A. But if the work doesn't show that we learned the lesson, then we don't deserve one. I think it's important to be very grateful for the privileges that we receive in life and to be aware that not everybody has the same privileges. I'm not one to promote being angry or sad about certain things that we have no control over, even though anger and sadness have very important roles in our emotions. That being said, there are tons of people out there that don't have the same privileges that we do. So acting ungrateful for the ones that we get makes us entitled. And that's not really honoring who we are as human beings. Being able to tell the difference between these things allows us to be more humble and grateful, which are two things that I absolutely love. So think of your ego, which is essentially your pride, as something that you have to take care of in order to be able to thrive as a person in our world. This ego needs to be in a nest that is full of humility, confidence, self-love, gratitude. These are all fundamental keys in being happy. Gratitude allows us to have a more positive perspective in life, whereas humility allows us to have a more sturdy base from which confidence can flow from. So you want to make sure you have plenty of these two things. And the way that that works is by realizing when it is that you're getting something that's a privilege and when it is that you're getting something that's a right. So why am I bringing this up? Are you being entitled or are you being grateful? Are you blocking yourself from humility and gratitude? Everyone's context is going to change a little bit, so make sure to apply this to your context and to your life, and hopefully it'll help. What are your rights? What are your privileges? How do you tell the difference between being entitled and just knowing what you're worth? Comment below. I'm dying to know. I love talking about this stuff, you guys. Let's hear it. So have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon in my next video. That's all for today. Thanks for listening. Have a fantastic day, you magnificent creature. All my love.